magazines, like magazines, and they are going to teach you how to use comics for reading, just reading, because they are already ready-made examples by teachers and students all over the world. So you can use comics, introduce comics to your students as examples, and then you create comics with your students. Let's get started. Can you see this picture? Okay, can you see me? This is a project we implemented with Access Students ZIFTA in 2019. And this is an example of project-based learning. But still, can you see, we created and made some sheep toys. We decided before Eid al-Adha, like these days, nowadays, we want children be happy in the streets. So what can we do? And the students create the idea by showing us a video to create sheep toys. And then we start working for 7 hours, creating a lot of sheep toys. And then we went out in the streets to distribute them to children. If you look at that kid, he was surprised that someone is giving him a toy, and it's Eid al-Adha, Happy Eid, and students were so impressed by the reaction of the children. Making people happy around is something emotional. All right, I have a question here. Do you think we have a problem in this project? Because usually project-based learning are related to solving problems around in our communities. We want the children in the street be happy. That's it. We don't have a problem, right? Okay. Thumb up if you agree with me. Okay. No thumb up.
Iman
All
is
right.
saying, no,
Agree?
there is no problem here.
No problem. Yeah. Okay. Yes, we don't have a problem, but still, we devoted time and effort to do something to our community and to feel satisfied and to make people happy. And this is good, all right? Let's move to another example. Okay, here we go. If you look at the first picture on the left, you can see that we have a dirty beach, and it was by Access Alexandria students. They decided to go. Yes, they devoted 2 days, actually, a weekend, to clean the beaches around the place they live. It was a gathering for 2 days. And can you see they made like that group photo in the second one after accomplishing the job. So do you think we have a problem here?
Well, you
We
mean
did.
that you had a problem to solve in this project, right?
Yes, yes. This is a project. It's cleaning beaches, and
Mm-hmm.
students give time and effort to do something to their community. They
Mm-hmm.
spend 2 days, like a Friday and a Saturday, cleaning and collecting rubbish and make the beach beautiful again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you think this project has something to do with a problem solving?
Mariam is saying, yes, how to deal with the problem, with the pollution
Yes.
problem, I guess.
Yes, we are teaching our students climate change here and there,
Mm-hmm.
pollution, what can we do to help the community, the environment clean, and so on, so on, so. But actually, we don't do something in action. And the students did that last year. Okay, let's move to another example. And here, let me stop the share and share the Facebook initiative themselves. Two amazing initiatives by Access students last year. The first one is Greens for Teens. And from the title, Greens means we plant and do something green like trees. And for teens, teenagers can do this. And the second one named Cancer. And the Cancer targeted the life blue water, how to protect life blue water. Let me go now to the page itself.
How old are the
Okay.
students who created those initiatives?
They were 17 last year. So this year they are 18. Okay,
Okay,
this is
so
the first.
16 to 17. Okay.
If you go online on Facebook and write Greens 14s, you will have the page. And
Wow.
this is the page. Okay, and if you look at what they posted there, you can have amazing posts. Yeah, can you see? We have here, if we go to the picture directly, this is Alexandria, they cleaning the beach and they collecting rubbish. Can you see? They have been to Hurghada here.
Hmm.
People from Hurghada, you may see someone you know here.
Yeah.
Okay, and here protecting life blue water. And this is their logo, and a lot of posts for raising awareness in their communities, meeting people and talking to people. If you search the page, you will find a lot of things they've done. And also they invited some guests on their page for Zoom
Wow.
meetings. And they
Wow.
created the stories like this in Arabic and in English as well. This is the first initiative. It was for fighting climate change. And this is the second one. It's a cancer. It was basically in Alexandria because they are suffering from pollution and the Mediterranean Sea. And they created a lot of posts there to raise awareness on how to protect uh, life blue water and the beaches as well. And fish farming here, as you see. So if you have the time, take the time to serve the internet for the Facebook pages, Cancer and Greens 14th. And this is the third one, the third example. Okay, do you think we have a problem here to solve in our community? Climate change, protect life blue water. What do you think? We have
I guess,
something in the chat box,
yeah,
Hannah? Yes.
I guess for me, I guess all of us are suffering from this electricity problem. So energy
Yes, nowadays.
consumption is a huge challenge.
Yes.
Dina is saying same like ocean debris, and so climate change is a big problem. Basant is saying both.
Mm-hmm.
Water pollution, Dalia.
Thank you so much. So, can our students do something around? Is it difficult for them to introduce their contribution to the communities around? It's easy if you give them the chance to think about a problem and how to solve it, how collaborate together to do something special to their communities. All right, here we have. They created boosters like there is no planet B, climate change, and they
Oh,
are yes, this is a part of our session because we're talking about comics, so it's mainly about drawing and writing captions and things like that, expressing what we want to tell in a different way. Let's Now it's your turn. I want to ask you, after sharing a lot of examples about project-based learning, some of the examples they had problems, some other they are solving problems. What do you think about project-based learning from your own context, from your own experience? Please write in the chat box the definition or the concept of project-based learning from your experience as a teacher. Simple one. Don't dig deeper. Just simple definition or maybe example you applied with your students.
Please share us in the chat box. Have you
They
done
are
any kind
typing.
of project-based learning?
Yes,
How to make
they are
project?
typing. They were typing.
Yeah.
Yes.
How to make project depends on my own experiences. Okay. It's an interactive learning method, drawing to express ideas, helping children to think about some
Thank you.
solutions for the problems around them,
Excellent.
doing some research with pictures, a type of learning that depends on projects. It's not the traditional method. It's a strategy for teaching by using what we have learned to solve problems. We have experts here, Wale. Helping
Really?
students to solve problems out,
Yes.
out of the box solutions for the society.
Excellent, Mariam. Yes, Dalia. Thank you so much. Um,
And finally, Iman is saying that
oh,
she applied this during Corona.
that's really, thank you so much, Iman, for sharing this. We have a project about coronavirus. I will share later on today. Thank you. Directing to be useful for their community. Excellent. Saleh, thank you so much. Yes, of course. We are out of the communities. We have been raised in this community. We have been educated, growing up, and we have to pay it back to our communities in a way or another. Okay, let's go now to the second part of our session. We had an introduction about project-based learning, and we had the examples, and you had give the definition of the what you experienced with that. Now let's move to the second part of our presentation, which is digital literacy. And I will ask you some questions now again. What do you think about digital literacy? First, if you are teaching in IG school or American school, you are having sessions, literacy sessions. Okay, what is literacy? Literacy, actually, what is it? If we are teaching English, what is literacy? Is it listening? Is it speaking? Is it what? What is the main skills we develop by literacy or in literacy sessions? Excellent.
Reading
Thank you so much. Yes,
and
reading and writing. Thank you so much. Excellent. Basant, Inji, thank you so much. Okay, all right. So if our students are reading and then they create a piece of writing, this is literacy. But nowadays, do you think our students are reading all the time from the books or reading on Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah.
So do you think we have the same type of literacy years ago? Yes or no? The same type of typical reading. We have a book, we have a story. Now they are serving Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
social
and they
media.
also write. They chat on WhatsApp and chat on Facebook and they write. Is it the typical form of writing we have? No. So we
Mike
have now,
saying that they even prefer reading online. They prefer the
yes,
digitized material.
excellent. Yes, that's it. Very well said. Digital type, yes. They use digital type. Thank you, Iman, for this. Yes, they just go online to find digital content to interact with. So what is digital literacy now today? We have to believe in our students and we have to respect their desires. This is their preferences in learning. So as teachers, if we want to fill the gap between our students, we have to think again how to integrate digital literacy in our curriculum. So what is the definition of digital literacy? It's the ability to navigate, evaluate, and communicate information online or in digital format. So today, do you think that we're going to have comics today? Do you think we're going to have them digitally? Yes or no? All right. Write in the chat box, please. Yes? Digital one? Okay. Yes, Mai. Unfortunately, yes. They like social media more than the books. Right. Why? Why think they like social media? why they like the digital literacy. It helps them to be engaged all the time. It inspires composition. It promotes critical thinking. And also it's about the structure, organization, and how they publish the content they created. Like what? For example, like Hannah, what Hannah did, Hannah created a poster that we have a session about comics, and people just seen after having seen the poster, they started to interact, engage it, and they write comments, likes, hearts here and there, and then they invited some other colleagues to come and attend. And then they started to think about the title of the session, comics, and so on. And then we have something to be published there. If I have this presentation, I can publish it online, and I have audience to read what I have. I have the ownership of what I created, people to read and see and react, and that's it. If a student's like 10 years old, he is publishing a poster, a drawing, and people are saying, great job, it's beautiful, I like that, and they like it. They like how they have the ownership of their work. Yes, we have a lot of messages in the chat box. Hannah, you can follow up with
Yeah, I'm
this.
following, yes.
Okay. And now, what do we have here? Any memories?
Oh,
Batut,
Mickey.
Mickey.
Mickey
Okay.
and Samir.
Yes. Okay. Who read these type of magazines during their childhood? I did. I did. Anybody else here? Yes. Basant is raising her hand. Okay.
Yes.
Her favorite. Mickey is her favorite. Okay. This is the introduction of comic stories we have here. What we have here in this picture, the first one about Mickey, we have fish, and the fish are yellow here. We have the main character of the story, which is Mickey. A lot of colors. We have the sea, water here, a sky, and then we have caption like words are written. So we have a lot of things to consider in one picture. And they say always one picture worth 100 word, something like that. If we have a full magazine with comic stories, how many pictures do we have? How many captions? How many backgrounds? How many costumes we have, characters? A lot of things we have here. All right, I have a question before we move to the second slide. Did you enjoy reading comics while you were children? If yes, just write yes. Yes, yes, yes. Do we have yes or no?
So yeses, of course.
Yeah, we enjoy it because the content was simple and we loved the character. We wanted to look at the costume, and we were attracted to the story till we finish it. Okay, so this is how we are going to do with our students by using digital comics. Okay. When we have Mickey and when we read any comic story, we think we have something untraditional from life, or it reflects life? Like we have the sea here and we can see the sea in the real world. We have a sky here and we can see. We have character. Yes, we have different colors and some attractions here and there, but still we are stealing from reality. Comic stories are reflecting what happened in real life in a different way, like a comic story or a comic book. Okay. Still, it's funny, it's interesting, it has character, and the character looks like vivid ones, and you wanted to live in their lives and you enjoy what they do all the time. We can imagine like a superhero, and the superhero can do so and so and so to solve all our problems. All right, here we go. I want now to share with you how can we create comic stories, and is it a big deal? If I'm teaching now, what should I do? I start from scratch here. If you look at the first picture on the left, you can see it's just horse and students around the class. So I can just use a plain piece of paper and a pencil to draw the heart and the characters. Be kind to yourself and others. So I'm sending an invitation for my students to be kind in a very simple way. If you look at the second one, we have here act and then communicate and then trust your team. So I can give them like instructions in a very different, simple way. They look at the drawing and they do what you intend to do simply, easily, right? So is it a big deal to ask students to draw what they want to say? It's a different format of the written information. Okay,
So,
so this,
do you mean here that the stick man and the stick woman we used to draw is a kind of comics too?
yes, of course. It's a kind of, we are dealing, Hannah, with the different types of comics from scratch. If we don't have technology in our classes, it's fine. And your question, I can answer the question by just telling you about one of my students. One day I asked him to draw because he loved draw all the time. So I asked him to draw about healthy life, and he drew Messi and Mo Salah, and then he
Wale, I guess we're disconnected.
he drew things like the people who he loved, like Messi and Mo Salah, about the amount of water they drink daily and the type of food they eat every day. So they start to study to what they have in their imagination and people they love. So it was very simple. A piece of paper and they start to draw. Like it's not a good drawing, but still it has the message, and write the caption a simple way. Pencil and a paper, nothing else, nothing more. Okay? This
So
is the
stick
first type.
figures,
It's
stick
fine to
figures
use it.
are a good start
Yes, yes.
in low
Stickers and
technology settings.
yes, of course. Okay, and this is an example. Can you see what is here? The title of the story. Yes,
The
the tree
tree
lover.
lover. Oh,
Yes, I plant one tree one day. It's not an artistic work. You
but
don't
it's
have to.
expressive.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, please. And then we have a message here: heavy rain, no flooding. I will plant trees for my people and animals. So they think about the problems and they get solutions and all on paper. Okay, very, very simple. Let's move to something complicated now. Here we have, if we wanted to use digital form, what should we do? We create pictures, we get colors, we change the font, we have amazing costumes. What shall we use? And the first one I recommend is Google Slides. And if you can look at these examples, they are by some of my students. Can you see? They get the emoji or the pictures, and then they use the graphic organizer to write what they want to say. And let me stop the share here and show you the original work. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, this is the original work. And if it's fine, Hannah, or I can make it slideshow.
Yes. No, we can see it this way.
Okay, here we go. As you can see, they get simple pictures and write, this is Axis. Axis is our family. And they draw and get the drawing of some children and mother and father. And then we make new friends. What is Axis for them? And then we can speak English fluently. And they want to travel to the US. They have the idea and they put the idea in a different format, like getting picture, writing some simple words. And here we have another one. This is about cyberbullying. A teenager
Wow.
girl, she faced bullying. And then we have her taking off her glasses, going to, and then they make a scenario and they move on to find solutions.
Wow.
And this one, another one, searching for jobs. Here, no jobs, making an interview, getting ready, working hard. So they are transforming their ideas into paper, into Google Slide now, graphic organizer. And this one as well, how to protect your privacy online if you have been hacked. A lot of
Wow.
ideas. Yes, as you can see. All right. And let's go back. I showed you the real work. Okay. So we said we can use comics by just only using a plain paper and pencil or pen. And then the second type, we can use Google Slides, graphic organizers. And here we have another website that you can use directly. It's called Make Believe the Comics. So you can search for this platform and you can train your students how to use it, how to get the background, how to write the captions, a very simple training, and then they can go and create their own comic stories. So the first digital website we are sharing, Google Slides, Make Believe the Comics, and this one as well.
Okay.
Bixton,
I'm sharing now in the chat box the website that you just referred to. Make
yes,
Make
Make
Believe
Believes
Comics.
Comics.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's here in the chat if you want to copy it.
And the second one is Bixton. You can write Bixton.com,
Okay.
Bixton.com. And you create your account. Yes, I love to share about Bixton. Here we go. Here we go. I have a lot of stories here from Bixton. If you can see, I create my own classroom there, and then I ask my students to join my class. And these are some examples. This is Save the World. This is a story by one of my students named Manar. Manar just creates the board, and the character here is the girl, like she is the character, and she started to write, good morning, my name is Manar and I am a science teacher. And she started to imagine herself as a science teacher to create a problem and a solution for the problem. She was traveling, and then we had coronavirus and the vaccine. She invented the vaccine to help the people around. A lot of long scenario with different character, with different background, the costumes and details in her imagination, but she could share this with us. Okay, and here we have another example.
And I have to say,
Someone is,
Wale, that yeah, Pixton is a user-friendly website. Students can start using it while they are 10 to 12 years old. And believe me, they are way better than us when it comes to technology.
yes, of course, yes. But you should help them in the beginning just for the items, a simple one. You can just model for one Bixton story, and then they can do it themselves. Okay, here it's about a birthday party, and they started to organize a party, searching for the cake and arranging for the day, something like that. So What do you think about it? Think about what we have here. And this one is a special one for me. It's about Hatshepsut. So we will talk about this later. Yes, Hatshepsut. And students were in visiting a museum. They were having a tour there in the temple, and suddenly they met Hatshepsut while she was a young girl, and then she was talking to her husband. Husband dead, her son, and she became a queen. A lot of details.
Wow.
And after that, what happened here and there, and about the temple in Luxor, uh, a lot of details, a lot of dates. If you can see this, she died in
Mhm.
1457 BC. So children here searched for information, and then they
Yes.
started to focus on some of them, and the team of Bigston were creating the costume of pharaohs, the background of temples, and then some other teams were the writers. They write the captions, and then they proofreading and reviewing everything around. So these were the example I want to share with you, and let's let's go back again to the type of comic stories. So firstly, we have paper and pencil and pen, very simple. Secondly, Google Slides. Thirdly,
Mhm.
we have make-believes comics, and now we have Bixton. And this is the last format, which is Padlet. If you are familiar with Padlet, they can draw there, they can share their comic stories there, they can write their feedback there, like a place to publish and receive feedback as well. And also they can draw on paper and share the picture. Just take a photo and share it there.
Mhm.
Okay. So how many types of comic story do we have now? Paper, pencil, Google Slides, graphic organizer, make believe, the comics, Padlet, Bixton. They are 5. Okay. All right. Now I have to share the project, the main project with you now. If you remember, in 2020, we had the parade, and we were moving kings and the queens from a museum to another one. And actually, on that time, we had a lot of online meetings with other people from different countries. And they were curious about our history. They were asking us about the number of kings, the names of kings and the queens, a lot of information about them, their lives, their achievements. And actually, we didn't have anything to say because we didn't know. Um, we don't know about them. They were our kings and the queens 7,000 years ago. That's it. But this is our history. It was a problem, a big problem, and a big embarrassment for us. So students were like, they were frustrated, disappointed. They wanted to do something related to this, and they think about a big project to tell about the kings and the queens. Okay, and that's the main, we can say, stages of a project-based learning. If it's mainly serving the community, firstly we have investigation, and in the investigation stage, students should search for a problem in their communities, and we have a lot of problems actually. And they cannot solve all the problems. They only choose one problem, and the problem was not to know about history. Okay, we wanted to know about the kings and the queens in the parade, and we want to create something to young learners to teach them about our history, our identity. And then they started to move to the second stage, which is planning and preparation. And during that stage, they started to work in groups. The writers group, and the big student group, which and then they and then they start to create these stories already. I will share an example today. They started to edit and do things, and like we have background, we have costume, we see that about ancient Egyptians. And then we reflected on our work well. We published the work in our school. They are already published everywhere, hard copies and soft copies. We celebrate that we are celebrating it now because we're sharing it with you. Or the state project-based learning related to service learning. Okay, so we have a problem, therefore a solution, we reflect on what we've done, and we celebrated and shared and published what happened. Here we go. Now I will show you an example. Okay. Pause video. And I want you to tell of the maker in the video, and you can tell me one piece of information about what happened there. Okay? So 2 questions. The first one is, Hannah, repeat it again. You have to tell me the main character. Okay? Secondly,
Okay.
one piece of information. Any piece of information you like about it. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go. I just want to be sure that you can hear it. There's a voice and it's fine. Is it fine?
Yes.
Do you
Okay.
know for whom this is? Of course, it's for the Queen Hatshepsut. How about telling you about this amazing queen whose buildings everywhere? Once upon a time, there was a little princess called Hatshepsut. She was daughter of the king of Egypt, Thutmose I.
Dad, who is this?
This is your grandpa Ahmose when he fight enemies in Hexus. This hero could overcome them and protect the country from their danger.
So brave. I want to be like him one day.
Like father, like son, Hatshepsut was strong, wise, and intelligent. The days passed, Hatshepsut got married with the king Thutmose II. One day, Thutmose II became ill. My little son, be strong, you will be.
Thank you, Hannah. Sorry. All right. I will stop here to hear from you the answer of the 2 questions, and then I will ask you another 2 questions before you finish the video. Okay. Now, please write in the chat box about the main character in this story and one piece of information.
Mm.
Hatshepsut? Hatshepsut, okay. All right. Okay, the main character is Hatshepsut. I totally agree with you. All right, what is the piece of information you want to share? Her father was Thutmose
Daughter
the
of
first. Oh,
Thutmose, yeah, the first.
she was the daughter of Thutmose. Yes, excellent. Thank you so much, Mai and Saleh. What else? We had a lot of information there. She married Thutmose the second. Okay,
Mm.
thank you, Manar.
There was also Ahmose in the video somewhere, and he was sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. What else?
She was
She was,
strong.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see a lot of temples, strong as her father,
Mm-hmm.
like father, like son. The students wrote like father, like son. It should be like father, like daughter here, but
Yeah.
they used idioms and it was really nice.
Interesting. Strong
Uh,
woman.
this is in our age, Saleh. It's not for Hatshepsut. Okay. The strong, independent women here in this age only. Okay, now I want you to think about the skills developed in our students, like the language skills, like speaking, because we have here pronunciation, the voiceover, and we have writing, which is the captions, and also the soft skills if we have like digital skills, leadership skills. I want you to think about the skills developed here. If you are using the same example with your students, the research skills, for example, I want you to watch the rest of the videos, the coming 1 minute, and write in the chat box about the skills developed by working on a project like this. Okay? I will not mute myself, Hannah. I will keep it like this. Okay? Here we go.
Be the king, and you, Hatshepsut, take care of your son.
Of course, my dear. Your son Thutmose in my eyes.
I promise you that. The Thutmose II passed away.
What should I do? This difficult situation. Thutmose is still 9 only. I must protect the throne.
Hatshepsut became the queen of Egypt. She wanted Egypt to become strong as it was all over the time. She was interested in construction and trade.
Senmut, build the best temple at all for me.
Yes, Majesty.
Prepare a huge naval fleet to transport temples, stones, and other tools.
I has finished building the temple, Your Majesty.
What amazing temple! You will be the royal engineer.
Hatshepsut died in 1457 BC. Her life
Oh, all right. Now, please write in the chat box the skills that you can recognize here that have been developed by working on that. Creativity. Thank you so much, Iman. Collaboration. Thank you, Saleh. Reading, listening, thinking, ability to research. Yes, writing. So we can have integrated skills here because they read articles online to search for dates. They were thinking about the important events to focus on. Maybe they were listening to that video to edit later on, and the speaking as well, the voiceover. What else do we have, Hannah? Critical thinking.
Critical
Okay.
thinking.
All right.
I guess
That's
also
it.
we have lots of digital literacy skills here, the video editing, the voiceover, the online research,
Yes.
synchronizing the comics with the voice, with the video. That's a lot of work.
Yes. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much. Yes. We have here the digital literacy skills. So I want you to look at the skills here and figure it out. If we have found that those skills in the video, in that project, because they created on Pakistan the story, and then they started to make screens, like a photo of their stories, or like having it like PDF, and then they started to cut and crop, and then they started to make their PowerPoint and then transfer it to a video. a lot of process, long process. Okay, so do we have creativity? Yes, you can say yes or yes, just write in the chat box or just make it sum up or function. Do we have critical thinking and evaluation, cultural and social understanding? A part of it that like it will be in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like your son will be in my eyes. Like it's Egyptian context. It's
Yes.
not about English here. It's about the culture itself. And also the using idioms like father like son, something like that. It was culture and social understand. Collaboration, of course. They created everything together in teams. The ability to find and select information, like the research skills here, effective communication. I want to tell you that in the beginning, we had a problem in communication because teenagers are not easy to work together in the beginning. Like this is a big project and they spend a lot of time together. But after the project, they just admitted we had a very good relation after the project. Working together was amazing. And e-safety here, we have their permission to publish their work. And the functional skills, they put everything in its place. All right. Now we have the last part of our session, which is resources. I think teachers are excited to learn how to use comics, how to create. What is a panel? A panel means like where you have a drawing and maybe you have 3 panels in one line. Your page maybe have more than 6 panels. What are the caption? How to create this? And this is the amazing resource you can use. You can scan the QR code, or you can go to Google and write panels and perspectives, creating comics in the EFL classroom. This is a free resource, a book on American English at state.gov. You can go and download it easily. It's totally free of charge. Okay?
Shared it in the chat.
Yes. Panels and perspectives, creating comics in the EFL classroom. And you can scan the QR code here. All right. And if you consider that you downloaded the book yesterday, what do we have in the book? We have in page 1 to 3, we have introduction to comics. And then we have history of comics. Later on, we have the structure of comic books, how to create the comic books. If we have digital untraditionally or traditionally, the shape of the bubbles, a lot of details. And then we have tools to make comics book, the tools you need to use or share with your students. And then we have storytelling and why and how to make comic books. So it's a first step forward to use comics in your classroom. And I promised you, you are going to have this book and it will open the doors for you to use comics in your class. Here we have examples. Anthologies here means stories teachers and students created all over the world. We have 3 versions. We participated in a program called AE Global Comics VX in 2018, 2019, and 2020. And they created every year, to be a graduate from this program, you had to create a comic story using your superhero or talking about a problem in your community to solve. And then they created a book with all the stories, the amazing stories. And we have here 3 versions: Hope and Power, Agent of Change, and The World on Paper. So if you wanted to print them out and give them to your students as examples to realize how important are comics, like Becky in our traditional version. So you can print them out and use them. All right. These are my references. If you want to read more about comics, and I owe a lot of people. I owe Jackie Gardy and Dan Ryder because before I know them, I was a participant in AE Global Comics VX in 2019. I didn't use comics before that. And then I think I can do it now and I can share about it now. So I owe them a lot. And these are their contacts and a lot of resources online if you wanted to read more about comics. So you can take a screen of this. American English State, American English for Educator, and we have a lot of exchange program as well. And this is my email address. If you want to contact me for the presentation or for the stories the students created, we created, by the way, 3 queens and 2 kings.
Oh,
So we have many others because they are we have 18. So we can collaborate to create other stories together. Okay, and if you have any questions, and this is the feedback, the exit ticket, you can share what you know about comics, if you have used the comics before, or if you
well, can we
wanted to use
share it? Can we share it as a
comic,
link in the chat box? Because maybe some people don't have the scanner.
yeah, I can share the link on the chat box. Let me open Padlet. All right.
So Hannah is saying it's an incredible session and enjoyable. Thank you very much, Wale and Hannah. Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you. What exactly what are the takeaways you have here today? So you can mention something that you will go and
Dina is saying I've been using sort of comic videos with my students, even the high school ones, and I tend to be so progressive and interactive for them. So Dina discovered today that she was using comics without realizing it.
Oh, amazing. What about now?
So
Thank you,
now
Hannah.
let's
Thank you so
go
much.
to the Padlet, the link that Wala and I shared in the chat box, and let's leave the feedback for her there. Please go to the Padlet and leave your feedback there.
Okay, and if you have any question related to comics, creativity, digital literacy, project-based learning, you can write in the chat box. Any thoughts?
Mariam, follow our page. We make lots of online sessions. So Wala, a question, can we use it with first grade students?
Yes, of course. The example I shared about Messi and Mo Salah and drinking water, it was year one IGCSE school. Yes. The boy was 6 years old.
Oh, wow.
Of course you can. Yes, they love drawing this age, and it's not a must to get just a simple sentence or just words to express, like when they have like a butterfly cycle or the frog cycle in their book, science book, the stages, and they imagine that the stages are they draw and write. Yes, they can, especially with young learners. It's amazing.
Thank you, Dina.
No feedback yet. I don't know what is it.
So we need to pay back to Wale now. Let's go and leave her some positive comments on her Padlet.
much. Thank you, Rehan. Thank you so much. All right. Yes, yes, it can be used in many subjects, Iman. Yes, of course. It's according to the teacher. Oh, I can see. Yes, I guess so. Maybe. Let me check. Thank you so much for telling. Maybe the sharing.
I guess I cannot find the editing button to Wale.
You can find it? All right.
No.
I am checking. Yes. It should be public. Oh, please try now. Check it now so we can.
Okay, I'll resend the link again. Please go and leave your comment there. So Wala, we have a question here. How can we deal with parents who might refuse this idea as it's new and out of the box?
I think we can do it in the classroom, inside the classroom. We don't have to assign it as a homework, especially if some parents can consider drawing is a waste of time. But I don't think it will be the case in their kids' talents and they like them parents here. Okay. Anyone has a problem, still has a problem with the Padlet?
I still have the problem.
Please tell us.
I cannot add a comment there.
Really?
I don't find the plus button.
Are you sure? Did you use it? Okay. You can't find it? I opened the share.
No, maybe you need to
I
save.
made it public. Writers. Okay, I will close it and open it again. Here we go.
Ah, it's
No
working
problem.
now. When you log
Oh, finally!
when you log into Padlet, you will
Okay.
find the plus button, +1. Just click on it and you will be able to post there.
Yes, people are writing. H is writing, so
Great,
thank
finally.
you so much. Thanks God.
Okay, well,
celebrations,
people are...
like if we like a pajama. Okay, do we have a
I can't hear you, Wale.
comments there, Hannah? Do we have a problem?
No,
Hannah?
people started writing already. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
great. Yes, I can hear you well.
Yeah, great and beneficial session, very attractive and useful, very inspiring. Thank you for your efforts and resources. Thank you for the enjoyable and fruitful session. You are amazing.
Sure.
Thanks a bunch. Great
Thank you so
effort.
much.
Amazing
Thank you,
session.
Hannah,
Many thanks for your time.
for the invitation.
No, thank you, Wala. I was just telling Wala that she is the comics guru. If you want to learn about comics, you just need to head to Wala.
No,
He has the magic box with all the tools and resources
I'm
and
trying.
projects and everything.
I am trying.
Sarah, the link is working now. Maybe you need to
Yes.
refresh or something.
We can share it again, maybe.
Okay, so Wala, there was this question in between about the course that you took, the comics course. Can anyone join it?
Oh, actually, we don't have the guide about the details of course in a very simple video. If you want to, we make a lot of classes all over the world, and the students were interacting together. So can we have this? Okay. See how impactful meeting people from all over the world can impact teachers, students, and here we have. Okay, Hannah, please tell me if you can hear the voice.
I can see this. Yeah.
So please, before you watch the video, I want you to tell me how many countries are there participated in the program together. All right. How many countries? All
Saleh
right.
is saying 9.
Only 9? Than 9, of course. More than 9. Okay, I will ask you a simple question. What do you think our meetings were about? What did we discuss? Like you have the picture of food, costumes, so a lot of comics to share, a lot of different nationalities in one place. Yes, thank you so much, Saleh. Thank you for 9 countries. They
I
were
guess that
24
you
countries.
were focusing on traditions.
Yeah, it was about the food, the place, everything that students are interested in sharing. Like when we talk about Egyptian people, we share the pyramids, for example, Hurghada, beaches, and we talk about our country from the type of food, the costume we have, and the other culture as well. They want to share about their traditions. Yes, thank you, Dalia. And also we created comic stories to share. I created this comic last week, and then they shared it together. And we have some specific activities online. So it wasn't mainly about comics, but it was about sharing and collaborating online through comics program. And it was during COVID-19, and it was really good to see different people from all over the world. And students were excited to build their networks. Thank you so much. Okay, Hannah, I'm sorry to extend the time for the last video, but someone asked it for the program. So if we have the program, I will share it with Hannah, and Hannah will know about
Yes.
it. I will share it with you if it's for free. Okay, it was mainly for access teachers only, but they are
Oh,
working to make it like a free course, like open courses and these things. If it's open, I
yeah,
will share
please let
it
us
with
know.
Hannah. Yes, sure. My pleasure. Thank you so much, Hannah.
So we still have a couple of minutes if we have final questions to Alaa before we end our lovely session today. Any questions? All right, thank you, Alaa, for being generous,
My
delivering
pleasure.
the session today. Thank you for your time and for your efforts.
You're welcome, Hannah. It's my honor always to be here with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, our lovely teachers. See you
Thank
soon,
you, everyone.
inshallah. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Hannah. See you.